good? 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 Yeah, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve, and today we got some unboxings. Quite a few of them, as a matter of fact. Because my pile of loot showed up from Big Bad Toy Store, which has the MonsterArts Godzilla singular point figure. As you guys see right here, it's finally showed up. Super excited. He had a new MonsterArts for freaking ever. Hey, Godzilla. Hey, Yarrow. Also, found a couple of things at the Target NECA Haulathon that's been going on. Hey, Trash Panda, EG Ranger, Neil Moore Plays, doing good. Specifically the Haulathon, what I found, got myself an Elvira. This one I don't think I'm going to open. Not 100% on that one yet. Yeah, I got the Ultima. I'm still waiting for my MonsterArts to show up because, oddly enough, it came in a Big Bad recently I seen, but I got it through E-Nights Media, I think is who I got, and also through Amazon. Neither of those two have gotten, though, so whatever at that point. Found the Bronx figure from Gargoyles. And then I didn't do an unboxing. I just kind of opened it up for our Patreons. I was showing it on our Discord, but I did get a Demona, which was last week's one, and then found the Raphael too, the Universal Monsters crossover. Oh, you got the Ultima too? Yeah, the review will hopefully be out next week. I gotta try to get Arnez over because my days off are kind of weird. And then I'll start going through the rest of the box. I think we'll get. Yeah, we have a Discord. It's part of our Patreon. It's a $3 tier. So if you're interested, we got a few people in there. It's actually really fun. It's probably my favorite thing is our Discord currently. I might have checked out your channel once, if I'm going to be honest. I think I remember hopping over there the one time. But I'm going to save the Godzilla for last because it's easily the thing I'm most excited about. Not the Bronx, to be honest, because I really want the wing cape thing for Goliath. Well, the reason why we do is so it's, I guess, more of a gated community. Is the best way to explain it. It's just like you have to really like our content to want to hop over there, because then we get a lot like-minded individuals, and you just don't get like a bunch of kids and random things just popping into the Discord. It's personally the way I enjoy it. But going over some of the other stuff, got the Black Series. This one's Rogue One, technically. This Stormtrooper. The thing I dislike most about King Kong, it's fairly, at least it used to be fairly one-noted with the Kong stuff, because it's just a giant monkey that punches things. Like, he doesn't shoot fire, he doesn't do anything really like super extravagant, and then a lot of times it's just on chasing after a girl in distress. Right? Stormtrooper. I don't want to be nice at the box. Let's just rip it. Gotta destroy that value for a reason. I'm not keeping it. I got a garbage bag right over there. It's where it's going. From what I hear, the Ultima's dope. I'm looking forward to it, as long as he doesn't have any eye issues. Oh, that is a thin piece of plastic, if I do say so. It does come with a nice little blaster. It's more of a rifle. Giant backpack. Looks good. Do you know a fix to loosening up? Usually, what I do is I heat up the joints and then try to work it. I know you can also use like food grade lubricant. Also, kind of helps. It is a giant backpack. I was gonna say they had them in the movie, at least in the the originals. Like, they had a backpack, but it wasn't that extravagant. Also, does this come apart? Because how the heck do I get this on here? I'll come Fugels. Again, yeah, one not pretty easy. This other one's. Guess we do it the old-fashioned way. Just push the arms back. Oh, you got yours yesterday, MonsterZilla? Yeah, technically the box showed up yesterday for me too. I just had time to mess around with it because I wanted to do a stream with it. We're getting it on. Getting it on slowly but surely. He's got to kind of work the arms. His thumbs currently caught in the strapping. Personally, I really like Facebook and Instagram. A lot of it for me mainly is just it's where I usually get my news from. So does this go over top everything? I guess so. I'm not sure. I know I don't have. It's probably not right on this side. It feels wrong. What I probably need to do is pop this off and kind of like slide it down and then kind of adjust accordingly. Stormtrooper looks like a Stormtrooper, so super pleased with it. He's got the little shoulder piece to kind of signify he's like a sand trooper. But overall, really nice. I'm still not 100% what this is. I forget, but it's cool. He comes with it. Yeah, I like the prequels. I think the prequels were sweet. Even the sequels, Rogue One was fine. Last movie overall was fine. It was kind of like a whatever. I don't really like it or hate it. Last Jedi is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. One I was looking forward to is Migs. Just got my Migs with the. I thought it was a tank trooper, right? It's tank trooper outfits. Man, I wish I had that Cloverfield. Yeah, backpack does look kind of goofy. On a high note, it comes with a little blaster. Oh, it's even taped. So it has a little blaster that he shoots the officer with. What's kind of cool about this one is this helmet is removable. So you can have it either way. Fun fact, I bought a couple of these guys just to represent them with my Star Wars stuff. And then they were like, yeah, we're putting them out and we're giving you the head. I thought they would give us him in his normal attire. So I was going to buy 2 of those to do the scene. But come to find out, they were just going to do it anyways. But overall, helmet looks great. I actually really like the design for these troopers. It's one of my favorite things about like Rogue One is that just the troopers that they introduced in that movie just all look sweet. Oh, the Mechagodzilla looks great. Personally, I can't wait for the sequel. If I had to nail it down, it's probably. It's a bunch of little things more than like one specific thing. Like it'd be like Leia flying through space was kind of goofy as crap looking. I didn't really like the casino. Like pretty much anything going on with Finn was just kind of whatever. How Snoke just kind of set up as the big bad guy and just instantly obliterated. And then the reason why the movie runs so long is just because of a lack of information. Stuff like that. It was kind of just like the entire movie as a whole. There's just like, personally, I can't really think of anything I really liked. Like the fight was kind of cool that happened after Snoke died. That's about all I got. Like stuff with Rey and Luke was fine outside of the milk drinking scene. It's a little disturbing, but in the end was kind of cool. Oh Yeah, I'm watching Attack on Titan. Actually, I still got to watch last week's episode. I haven't got around to it. Another odd one I got. I haven't bought a Sega statue in a while. So there was this one of Shinobu sitting down, which I thought was pretty unique. So I grabbed this. She's also got what appears to be some rice patties. Like I said, when I watched Rogue One, or not Rogue One, Force Awakens, I didn't hate it. Granted, it's pretty much just a New Hope in a sense, but I thought it was fine. Like when I walked out of the theater, I wasn't really disappointed when I seen it. I was just kind of like, all right, well, this is fine. Wait till the next one. Like I ended up buying like a Kylo Ren figure. I still think it was a mistake to show his face in the first movie. Oh, she's super tiny. I didn't think she was gonna be that big because it's not a big figure. But I thought it was kind of cool because you could just sit her on like the end of it. If I got a good spot, I'll move the Zord. But you can just sit her like on the end of the shelf. And she just kind of hangs out. I thought it was cool. So she wasn't a big shelf hog. That being said, it's pretty much just a Sega statue. Not the best detailed statues, but generally for $20-ish statues, they get the job done. She's also super white, so it doesn't catch on the camera very well, the detailing. Pretty solid. Oh, favorite Mecha Godzilla? I'd still say it's the Heisei one. Revenge of the Sith's good. I'm weird. Out of the prequels, I actually still really like the Phantom Menace. And it's hard for me to explain, but it's just the Phantom Menace is probably the one that feels the most like a Star Wars movie to me. While Revenge of the Sith probably arguably has the cooler scenes overall. And there's a lot going on with the story there. Like there's a lot of cool stuff in Revenge. Like to be honest, outside of Attack of the Clones, I think the other two were great. But just like, I think a lot of it just has to do with the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack for Phantom Menace is just so good. Hammer. No, I don't wanna. Yeah, like Maul was just great. And then people crap on Jar Jar. I don't think he was bad. Like I thought I was fine with Jar Jar. That's pretty much the only real out that like I would agree the Senate stuff maybe could have been. I get why it's in the film because it does have a. It's kind of like politics and Godzilla. Like it has a purpose for the plot, but it's not the most exciting thing. So maybe that could have been dumbed down just a little bit. But outside of that, the pod racing was sweet. Darth Maul's sweet. That fight was sweet. The music's sweet. Anakin is I found him less annoying than most of the other times. Oh yeah, that Kiryu is sweet. Hopefully shows up. Hey, Jugger. All right, last thing in the box, got my Heavyarms. I actually just sold my Robot Spirits one not that long ago because I found when this guy got announced, I was like, well, don't need you anymore. Sell my Japanese one. It pays for 4 of you. Oh. I also like 2 because the other one was the Kai, which is neat. And he gets the double guns, but this is just more traditional heavy arms. And I like the blade was actually attached to it. Oh, he even has the jetpack. I didn't know he had the jetpack. You get a couple of pairs of hands, which are whatever. You're never gonna have them hold anything. The one figure they could have skimped on the hands. I got extra hands. Oh, it's got a handle? That's different. Oh, I think that's the hook into the backpack, eh? That's probably what that is. I'm doing good, Tango. Probably going to bed after this, but I don't work tomorrow, so I get to stay up late. It's great. Yeah, I plan on making custom beams for that one for sure. That's the whole reason I haven't really been putting new stuff on Etsy, because I want to get new stuff to put up on Etsy. Because the only thing I made recently I could put up there was like I made a Spirit Gun Blast for that Yusuke figure, which I'll probably still put up. It's got the backpack on, got the little blade here. Shing. Switches forward. I don't know how this works yet. I'll find that out eventually. Oh, okay. So you got to pop the hand off. I think. I don't know how this works. Oh, no, this is a ball joint. Okay. So that should pop in. Should pop in. There we go. You know what's great about this compared to the Robot Spirit Spawn is this doesn't fall off. Also, this gun is huge. Oh, this is dope. I actually really like this guy. It may be cool if he had the other gun, but he's not yet. Does the chest? Yeah. Little chest piece all pop out. Get the Gatling guns and the missile. Oh, they're even colored. Oh, they're all colored. I was expecting that just to be colored plastic. That is sweet. This gun is giant freaking Gatling. It's a Gatling gun. It was pretty big in the movie, but it's just like I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Because personally, for me, Heavyarms is always my favorite Gundam. From Wing, anyways. To be honest, like this might be my favorite out of the line so far. This one's actually pretty sweet. Does he stand all right? He stands by himself. Well, the problem is if you buy two, the guns won't. Well, maybe he might be able to get away with it. Oh, I'm looking at it. It's kind of like this part's not going to be right, whatever this gripping part is. But I'll tell you. Oh, I saw another one of these at Target. Don't give me ideas. Oh, I can't because the blade would get in the way. Okay, now I have a reason not to buy another one. Getting to it. I haven't gotten there yet. We're saving them for last. We got one more thing to open up, which is Mr. Bronxy here. Which I'm excited about. I really liked him when I was a kid. He was one of my favorite Gargoyles. And like any of the Endless Waltz ones, I'd be down with. Because they're all great. Like Endless Waltz made Sandrock cool. So I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the only thing. If I bought an extra one, I could just cut the part off, sand it down, and then just make it like a permanent thing for one of the arms. Nope, we're getting to it. I haven't gotten there yet. We're at Bronx, and then we will be doing him next. Bronx shouldn't take too long. I figure I'd save the best one, the most exciting one for last. Also the most expensive one. To be honest, I don't think him or Demona were exclusive. I just think they were early access. Because to my understanding, none of the Gargoyles are supposed to be exclusives, but they're just showing up at Targets first. And I just seen that he got put out today because I was in and they were stocking it, so I grabbed it. Oh, this mouth actually moves. That's sweet. Just a little gargoyle doggy, and he's adorable. Oh, this is soft. soft goods. This is weird. Right? One positive thing about my chat, the chat's usually on this channel, like it's all over the place. Thankfully, usually don't get a crap ton of negative stuff on there, which I do appreciate. The tail is articulated. You can get him to wiggle. I don't know why it's articulated, but it's articulated. Oh, you get him to doggy spits. You know, I wasn't that excited about it. Does this move? There's a joint here. Or I'm breaking it, one or the other. It doesn't stay, though, so I'm assuming. It just feels like there's a joint. Nah, he's pretty sweet. Bronx is dope. He also comes with extra Rory head. Guess we'll get it out. If you want his, like what they've been doing with all of them, is his actual gargoyle head that you can swap out. Comes with a slab of meat to play fetchies with. And then probably the reason why most people are going to buy this. Oh, it's soft goods. Not soft, but it's rubbery. It's not hard. Is you get the cloaked cape for Goliath. Reason why I bought it, because Goliath needs to take up less shelf space. Where? Oh, he's right there. Cool. He's a moaner, kind of hugging it out on my ground right now. So here's the Goliath. Let's pop the wings off. So these all right, probably have to pop the head off, I imagine. If I can get the head, okay, it came off. Good. Let's like if I can get the head off. All right, it's got little not pegs, but it's got these little, I guess, pegs, but they don't clamp in. They just kind of rest in the hole. Bronx would be number 4. Is the ones you can currently get. But Demona and Bronx are currently Target's exclusives. But should, to my understanding, be getting general releases. I wouldn't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And then Thyalog and Goliath are just general. They're just you can order them online. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's like I gotta still swap the head back out, but that is so much nicer. I hope they do this with all the gargoyles because this is kind of like this is how I mainly remember them the show. So this is like my desired look. Then they just take up less shelf space outside of like it'd be nice to have a couple of them with the wings out. But let's kind of show you guys. But it is flexible, which is nice. Yeah, that's great. I hope they do like an accessory set or something. Like even just on the website, just giving them all the wings would be great. All right, on to Ultima. What? I've seen 2 episodes, and so far I'm liking it. I still have to finish it. It's not that blurry. Fun fact, I have to turn off all my lights but one so you guys can see me better and see most everything else, because if I have any more lighting on, it gets too bright and the camera has a hard time. And if I use a legit camera, the chat doesn't pop up, so then I have to do more setup, so it's just way more convenient. eBay, it's usually where I grab them. You just look up Gundam joints. Gundam ball joints will usually pop up some stuff. I don't know about best Godzilla, but I do like him. Let's just say I am so white that it just messes up everything. What's wrong with my basement? Granted, like my ceiling light's literally like right above us, which probably is the thing that hurts the most with this. The box is sweet. I'm debating on keeping it. I've been trying to get rid of boxes, but that is a cool box. Oh, it's got cardboard in it. Neat. It's like an accessory. Oh, I forgot he came with Jet Jaguar. People need to remind me these things. Everybody's been like, I've seen people that's gotten is sharing the figure, but they haven't like I haven't seen them guys. A little package of extra stuff. Hey, Leonidas. Yeah, more than likely, I'm probably gonna pitch it, but it is a cool box. Oh, look at that tail! Oh, that tail's sagging. I saw a question. Hey, Steve, do you know how you can fix joints that pop off a lot? Usually, you want to thicken the joint a little bit. Super glue helps. Like, don't put the joint back on when you're super gluing it. But you put like a layer of super glue on it, let it dry, and then dropping it back on helps give it a little bit more friction. Nail polish works too. Pull the next piece that connects to the head. If her recognize, swap hit. If not, you will not break the head. Okay, gotcha. But here is Mr. Ultima. All of his glory. The tail is freaking massive. Makes me feel inadequate for sure. It's the one thing about having not as much lighting, it's harder to see if there's any imperfections. Because that's the one thing about MonsterArts you kind of got to watch out for. So the eye is just yellow dot. Okay, mine are slightly googles. Not bad, but slightly googles. Oh, and his hand fell off. The Batman headband. Oh, I did see the bendy one. I saw somebody who was messing around with that and it actually looked really cool. To be honest, it probably would have saved me a little bit of time. Yeah, and I'll be honest. The massing would be probably not really worth the time to swap out. Like, I think it just looks fine. But I like that it had the holster thing and then the soft goods cape. That stuff I probably would have attached onto it. Right? It's sort of just their thing, right? But outside of that, the spines look really cool. I'm really digging the nails. How much does the mouth open without the extra head? Not that far, it seems. So it looks like on this one, this is about as far as it gets without swapping it out. First one I watched, to be honest, I'm not 100%. I want to say King Kong versus Godzilla was the first one I seen, the original. It's definitely between that, Godzilla versus Gigan, or Godzilla Raids Again. I think it was late. Raids Again was slightly later. All right, so I do have a really loose hand joint. Be honest, they're both slightly loose. Like, this one's probably going to pop off too if I play with it too much. Outside of that, not really noticing any other major issues. Like the tail. definitely needs to be propped on something, but this part stays up really well. Yeah, it is already a year old, isn't it? Stomach seems not super posable, but that just kind of seems like a thing for me. It would have been cool, but to be fair, they didn't, like with the Monster Hunter stuff, they didn't paint the little guys either. I'm kind of wishing I could get this mouth open farther without putting the extra head on. But outside of that, actually, I kind of want to put the extra head on just to try it out. To be honest, I think it's cool, but I like the anime a lot, so that's one reason I want to get this, because I'm hoping they would put up more stuff, because I really like, personally, I think the terrestrial Godzilla is my favorite. Also, just trying to see where the joint pops off. It looks like it's this right here. Oh, it's popped off pretty easy. I like that. I like it when it's simple. Oh, there we go. Swapped out pretty good. Oh, on a high note, when you swapping out head accessories, it's nice when it's easy. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, there's probably no way to really get that to go good without really messing up that joint. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, the eyes are straight on this one. What the hell? I'll be honest, it's probably how I'm going to pose them. Just him, just like get ready to beam things, because I plan on making a beam. The only thing I haven't quite figured out yet is how to do the rings. I have an idea, but printing it is going to be an issue. So I'll have to figure that one out. Yeah, no, really sweet. I look forward to his review sometime in the near future. I'm just waiting for Mecha and my King Ghidorah to show up. Because I'm getting the special color, I'm more likely selling the original. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some beams up. Because now that I have them in hand, I can actually like print and do testing. But while before, I could have just guessed and hope for the best. The MonsterArts Ultima now. Because he's only going to get more expensive. Like I already seen, if you while we were waiting to get him, if you wanted to import him, like even pre-owned, he was already, like, the price is already shooting up. Like I could have gotten one sooner on Ami Ami, I think had one, but they wanted an extra $30 to get a hold of it. So I definitely recommend, like, if you want it, just grab it. They, in extreme circumstances, ever go down. I think the only one I can think off the top of my head that got cheaper for a bit was one of the convention exclusives, the Burning Godzilla. He went down a little bit, but even after that, he jumped up pretty good afterwards. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely get them. I got a Jaguar in pre-order. If they put any of the other ones out, I'll be grabbing them too. More than likely, I'm thinking about painting these guys. The detail's not going to show up because they're super bright, but thinking about repainting these, because you get him or her, I guess, because of the voice, or bootleg. Yeah, like a. I don't think Ultima would get a bootleg, just because of it's not as mainstreamy. And then Witojet Jaguar. The two extra pieces, think they're just stands, right? Put them on their feet to keep them upright. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah, you just slide it over their foot, and then they can stand. Steve Owie won the second season singular point. Good question, because we're already getting Mecha Godzilla, which I think is cool. Be honest, just more like the fusion monsters, like the hybrid kind of things. I thought that was actually really cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there something else that was similar to that had like stands that slotted over feet? I can't quite think of it. Yeah, because outside of that, there's like no way these things would stand by themselves. Yeah, too. Because with Super 7, we're already getting other monsters. And a slightly obscure one, too, at the Rose Biollante. And granted, they're more expensive, but they're also bigger. And it seems like everybody's like super excited and hyped for that. I'm curious to see how the next few figures come out from that. Because like seeing how well they sell and how they go from the line thereafter, to see if it would have been great for NECA to do the same thing. Because I get it's kind of like Todd McFarlane was talking about why the DC Universe line you get a lot of there's like so many Batmans in the line and not a lot of the other characters. It's just because it's way easier to sell a Batman than it is the other one. So you put up more Batmans, which is sort of the way that NECA treated the Godzilla line. Like a Godzilla on a shelf, it doesn't really matter which Godzilla it is. People know it's Godzilla, so if they want it, they'll buy it. So I get the logic, but it would have been nice if we would have got a little more variety. They look great. They look a little bit stylized. I will say that. Like the 89 looks a little shorter to me. Like he's got like a really stocky look to him. But it's almost similar to like the way the Treadmaster Godzilla used to be too, because where he was like, you could definitely tell it's a Heisei Godzilla, but he's like stocky. And then the Biollante is kind of in the same boats. Granted, it doesn't have the legs that Biollante had, but has that like stocky, more 90s kind of feel to it. Yes, I think a lot of people buy Godzilla stuff. Like you see like Godzilla chocolate and hot sauce and stuff at FY, like people buy it. Would be cool though. What'd you think of it, Ultima or Ghostface? Yeah, I know Art Target has quite a bit of the cons. Ours is actually usually really good about getting the stuff in. It's not that hard for me to find the things. Like I say, even with the Haulathon, I've seen most all the desirable stuff there. Like I got Demona, I got the Bronx, found Raph, which is kind of just whatever. I've seen all the signature ones, which to me sounded. I'm not a fan of how they went about that because they're meant to be collectible. So, like for instance, there's a signature series of her. So it just says signature series on the top, and pretty much around here is where it would have been. And then she came with a signed stand that hangs out behind her, so you can't even see it. And I was trying to even see because I'm not even like I imagine it's a live signature, but it's one thing you can be concerned about, especially with collectibles. But with that being said, it makes you not want to open it because it's already like geared to be like this is already a collectible, but you can still take it out of the box and still enjoy it. While that is like 100% like I'm buying this because it's going to be worth something, which usually means it's probably going to be worth less because that's just how that tends to work out. But in the short term, usually means it's going to be worth more. But because you can't see the signature, it makes me like I don't want to open it because it has a signature, but I can't see the signature. So it doesn't really make it worth more to me because it's just knowing it's there and not being able to show it off. Just I didn't think that was good. Like to be honest, the stand probably should have been somewhere where the signature was visible, so you could see it from inside, like in the packaging. Would have been great. And at that point, I'd be like, oh yeah, like that seems more worth it to me. But then it's also you're paying $60 extra for an autograph, which in the grand scheme of things is like if you're at a convention, that's probably what you're paying anyways, if not more. So price wise, I didn't really have a big issue, but just the way the packaging was for it, I thought was kind of poo. And to be honest, I think if they would have had them cheaper to begin with, it would have got more people in trying to hunt them down. Yeah, I got the mic on order. I got 2 of them actually. Still waiting for either of them to show up at the places I got them from. I heard the Thundercats can be kind of sketchy. I got the Power Rangers on order that they got. Well, at least a couple of them. I mainly got the Zords and Goldar. So curious to see how those go out, and then once I know how good those are, I'll be more excited for the Godzilla stuff. But I know the turtle stuff's really popular, so I'll have to wait and see. I got a few Marvel Legends. The only ones I've really ever bought, I also customized. That's very much a lot of my the actual superhero things I bought, like almost all of it, I've customized or planned on customizing, except for the Spider-Verse ones. Into the Spider-Verse, I left them alone because they were fine. Yeah, the Ultima the one head has slight googly eye, but nothing crazy. It's actually a pretty easy fix. Yeah, that's the thing too, because even if they're kind of okay, like for the most part, as long as they're as good as the NECA stuff, I'll be happy. And to be honest, I think the head sculpt on the Supers better than like for the 89 is better than the NECAs. I think NECA nailed the proportions a little bit better. But then again, we're getting extra stuff with Godzilla. Outside of a beam, I think is the biggest negative out of that entire thing. No, they want to make a mecha. Granted, mecha probably would have been one of the easier ones for them to sell. But they, like they mentioned before, outside of just the Godzilla stuff, none of it, other stuff really seemed well worth it. It's kind of like why we didn't get a Saturn from Pacific Rim, because they just didn't see it very profitable, especially with the cost of the size of it, which always made me sad. Oh, if they could re-release some MonsterArts. I think the issue is I have them all for the most part. Like I have if it's an individual release, I have it. Now different color variations, different story. Because I'm trying to think, because I don't think there's any really the offshoot stuff I'm really looking for either, like the Alien and Predator stuff that they did. Anything, I'd probably say the Evangelion crossover Godzilla, just because I like it. I enjoy Evangelion. Oh, actually, Rebirth. I'd buy Rebirth. So I didn't buy him because I had the Burning Godzilla, which is the same mold, so I didn't really feel like I needed it. But for review purposes, it would have been nice to have Rebirth. No, I think it's fine because for the most part, like Godzilla stuff, you're at like your average collector is going to either have his mouth closed or his mouth open. So it not having that seam line there, I think can be a positive. Granted, it's kind of silly in my thinking on action figures to really complain about seam lines to begin with because to be posable. But I get why they did it. If anything, I literally like that they gave us like the whole hand, so you have the vine going through it. I think that's actually really sweet. And stuff I'd like to see more is like scene specific accessories. So when you're posing them, you get a lot more play out of it. Trick is I don't have my collection all in one room. If you guys have seen the I've done 2 tour videos so far. I still got 2 more to do. And that, like I said, that's not even all of it. Because here in my office, it's more like 90s stuff. So it's like the Turtles, Power Rangers, Alien Predators. I wouldn't say it's 90s, but because of my love for the Kenner aliens, that's why they're mainly in here. Like custom stuff's over there. Transformers, Spawn, which is a big 90s thing. Superhero stuff, Star Wars. Got some wrestling stuff, mainly WCW, because that's just what I grew up with. And a lot of it's kind of like what I grew up with is this room here. While my kaiju stuff's all upstairs. Like Japanese kaiju oriented things like my anime and Godzilla, how have you, that's all up there because it's the thing that I enjoy the most. Like this stuff's more sentimental in my feels. I just think it's cool. While upstairs is more like what I've actually collected and just like obsessed about for my entire life. Oh, Belial. Probably my X Plus stuff. I really think he's cool. I'm really excited for that 301. I have him on order. I see Diego got his in, so I'm excited to see his review. I just thought I hit them off to get that thing. I even have the 0 on order to go with it. Not even sure if I need it, but I have it just because Belial needs a friend. Favorite design? It's still my favorite Godzilla 62. Which I would say is probably, if it says it's my favorite, it's probably still my favorite design. Although, oddly enough, I really like Shin. Shin was cool. My theory on boxes is if you don't ever plan on selling it, why do you need the box? Unless the box is super cool. Shinji, you're being so noisy over there. Yeah, you. Scratching. Noisy Pogo. You guys might hear him. The review will probably be out Wednesday. That's what I'm hoping. I gotta get Arnez over. It'd be sweet. I seen they're making more of the small Megazords that they did, the ones that aren't superposable. This dude here, they're doing a lot more of the variations. I'm kind of thinking about grabbing them because I wish they were more posable. It's serviceable, but I wish it was more posable. But for toy photography, for going with the actual other villains, I think they're fine. Oh, Super 7 Org would be dope. Oh, favorite version? Probably Kaiser. That helps. Well, to be honest, just bubble wrap. Lots of bubble wrap. MonsterArts, I like to see Speak of the Devil. Org would be great. I don't know how you do the extra mouth, like where he's like trying to eat Godzilla, because that's how I'd want to pose it. That'd have to be its like own, either just its own figure or one crazy accessory. Because that would almost be like you'd be swapping out like the torso up. So that one I wouldn't know how to do it. I'm sure they could, because then if you swap out the torso, then you'd also get the spines that were growing. It'd just be like kind of thinking about like the Hedoras where you're getting like a figure and a half out of the deal. Titanosaurus would be sweet too, just because they already made the mecha. So it'd be cool to kind of make the companion monsters, like King Caesar. Would also be cool. It'd be sweet to see like if they do the beam effect for King Caesar's eye, for when Mechagodzilla shoots into the one and it shoots out the other. I think it'd be also cool. Yeah, well, that's pretty much. Like, I haven't been shy about it. It's like this channel makes money, so that's why we hang out over here now. That Belial. Oh, 100% that Belial. The other ones I thought were cool is the They got that Ranger Slayer coming out from Power Rangers. I had that when I pre-ordered. I ended up canceling it because I'm not really that into 1/6 scale. Like it's more of a I buy them because it's either I want something to look the best it could, or it's a necessity. Like they don't make anything. Like the Battle Angel Alita that I have that's hanging out upstairs. Grabbed her because it's the only thing they made that looked good. So I grabbed that. The Guyver that I made was 1/6 scale technically. To be honest, I probably have more quarter scale, maybe. I'm trying to think because I got like upstairs. I guess would be more 6 scale because I also got like the Gridmans. X pluses are closer to 6 scale than they are to anything else. Same with statues. But like actual figures, probably quarter scale is more the thing I have. That's dope. I haven't read it yet, but just the idea of it is everything I wanted as a kid. Because even when I was younger, like that's what the Power Rangers fought was the other Godzilla monsters. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Jet Jaguar that they got coming out. Yeah, the Transformer stuff is cool. My thing with Transformers is like I have a hard time buying a Transformer that doesn't transform. It looks really cool, and for the most part, that's how like if you're gonna display it, it's probably gonna be with just the robot standing on your shelf. But it kind of takes the fun out of it, though. Which is also why I don't really. I don't. I'd be honest, I haven't really bought that many Transformers either, just because of everything kind of getting more expensive nowadays. I kind of got to be more selective, so I can't just buy a Transformer because it looks cool. I have to have a specific reason. Favorite Godzilla movie? King Kong versus Godzilla. Favorite suit? Favorite movie. Have a good one, Tango. Well, anyways, I probably should be heading out too because I'm super sleepy. Ready to go to bed. So I got to get up and edit the Batman video that we did like a week and a half ago so I can do that for tomorrow. That's where my mecha's from is E-Knight. So I'm hoping when Ultima shows up there, the mecha shows up too so I can get them both. That's the other problem I heard is they're like the slowest shipping. They're reliable, but they just take longer than everybody else. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this afterwards, which figure you like the most. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, like people that do what you don't donate. Also, if you'd like to continue the discussion, we have a Discord attached to our Patreon. It's $3 to get in. And get to talk with a bunch of like-minded individuals. If you guys would be into it, it's super fun. And see you guys next video. Bye-bye. It's always 2 steps to hit this thing.